sorry, this is Coach Lee from South Africa, and I happened to work with him in Kaya Football Academy for a couple of years. Lee is a former coach with Liverpool International FC in South Africa and Sporting South Africa and Sons United South Africa, and then Kaya FC Academy in the Philippines. Have I missed anything?
Yeah, I was also with Bloemfontein Celtic for 1 year. They're also a professional team in South Africa where they plays in Premiership team. I was in their youth academy.
Lee, from your profile, I knew that you started coaching at Sons United. And how was it? How was it at Sons United?
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Sun United was my first coaching job. You know what? I had to learn the game. I was very passionate about football. Though I wasn't a good football player, but I was a good football coach. So what happened is, being a football coach, I needed to start somewhere. So I took the opportunity to go coach for Sun United, what was in a third division. And I was assistant coach, and I was learning basically the most important things about footballing is working with different personalities, developing players, skill work, ball work, relationships. So that's why I joined Sun United. It was basically a stepping stone for me to go to bigger clubs like Bloemfontein Celtic, Liverpool, Football Academy International, Sporting Lisbon, and of course at Kaya. So starting there was really an opportunity for me to become a good coach.
When did you start taking football coaching seriously? Was it at Sons United?
You know what? I was, like I said, I was never a good football player. And I always dreamed of playing football. As any kid wants to be a football professional player, superstar. But as time goes on, you realize that you do not have that best qualities for that, even though it was your passion, your dream. But becoming a football coach, I discovered there's where it was my real passion and what I really wanted to do. So I started when I was 22 years old. I followed my dream of becoming a great football coach.
From Sons United, where did you go next?
From Sun United, I went to go coach at Bloemfontein Celtic Football Academy because I couldn't stay in the environment in one place, because as a coach you consistently have to learn. Even till now, every professional coach says that you will consistently learn as a game develops, because football is an evolutional game. It basically changes every day. So when I left Sun United, I went to Bloemfontein Celtic, which was a team that was already in the South African Premiership League. It was for me to learn the basics of football. So I went from Sun United, I went to Bloemfontein Celtic to learn how to train kids to become professional players.
Next step was Liverpool International in South Africa.
Yes. So what happened is,
what was different between Liverpool and Celtic?
What I learned from Liverpool is the different type of football skills and type of football style and techniques and of coaching. So it was basically coaching the decision-making skills, discipline on and off the field. So it was a bigger step of understanding how the different footballs of European football is from African football. It also taught me the most important thing is it's not about how you score a goal, but basically the first touch is the most important thing for any football player. And if you get that, if you master the first touch, you will grow to become a great player, whether it's a striker, a midfield, or a defender. Because all of them, what makes them great is their first touch.
Okay, good. And from Liverpool, and finally you landed in the Philippines.
After Liverpool, I joined Sporting Lisbon.
And then from Sporting, was it Philippines next, or did you go to any other place?
Yeah, no. After Sporting, I went to the Philippines, hopefully to join Chelsea FC. But when I arrived there, the project was gonna close up and move to Singapore. So yeah, so I landed up at Kai FC for 4 years,
And
three,
that,
4 years, yes.
and that was where I met you.
Yes, that's where I met this great guy, Coach Lerche, my my one and only friend. What I enjoyed coming to work for. Yeah, I've learned a lot from you, Coach. To be honest with you.
Thank you, thank you,
Um,
thank you.
so it was I think that what made Kaya so interesting, that I learned, even though I was there to coach kids, but also to learn from other coaches as yourself. So, and also, to fall in love with the game even more, because when I was at Kaya, I really fell in love with football. I really truly say my passion for football was reunited at Kaya. That's all I definitely would say.
Yeah, I remember when I joined Kaya, then I was your assistant coach in the U11, and then you started, and then
Yeah,
you started showing me the Kaya way.
yeah. You know what, Coach? I think over time, I became your assistant more than anything, without you knowing. It, you know what? It's kind of nice to see have something like yourself being passionate for develop young players. As coaches, we all want to coach first teams. We always want to be there on top, where all the other coaches are in big leagues, big clubs. But to have this person what has the same drive as you, to say, look, my passion is to develop youth players to become professional players. That for me was, I think, what made us good friends on the pitch and off the pitch, because our mission and our drive was exactly the same.
Yeah, I know. We had good time together after training, and yeah, we go there, sit down, eat, getting ready for the next stage. Yeah, I think it was really
And
fun together with you.
yeah, you know what? I enjoy that, because the thing is, it's important to be good on the field, on the pitch. But it is very important to have a good relationship off the pitch with somebody who loves the game like you do. So for me, that was the most valuable time for us, and I will always cherish that, because when we were sitting across the table, we talked about football, but we also talked about our personal lives and our dreams and where we want to be in football, and how we're going to develop players better, or how we're going to challenge the next tournament. So that for me was a core value of being a coach.
Okay. So how was it in Kaya? Was it challenging having two teams playing in two different leagues, the NCRFA and in the YFL?
You know what? To be honest, um, football is not really big in the Philippines. Uh, but I actually didn't see it as a challenge. I saw it more as growing the league, growing the players. So the more that they be on the ball, the better they get. So doing two leagues it was beneficial for the players and the coach. So we're saying challenging. Yes, it was. Any tournament, any development of players is challenging, but it will only show on the field. So giving them that opportunity to play in two leagues, it's amazing. It's a great opportunity for a small country as the Philippines to put football or soccer in that manner and structuring it in that manner in two leagues. Yes.
Okay. I know some of the players that were with you in the U11. They're actually doing well right now in the U15. I think it's something great. They're still committed to the game.
Yeah, you know what? To and I love hearing things like that, Coach Lerche, to be honest. You know, when you see and hear, and even now that I'm not coaching as much as I used to when I was back, now that I'm back in South Africa, I'm still getting messages from parents to say that how their children still applying what you have coached them on the field, and they are growing from that. Um, for a youth coach, it's not about winning trophies. Any team can work hard and win trophies, but for a youth coach to see his player fall in love with the game, stay in the game, have passion for the game, that for me is a good job from a coaching side.
We are really in a difficult situation right now in the world. Clubs, businesses, everywhere, everything on lockdown. Do you think what will really happen in the football world when everything is open up again?
To be honest with it, you know, a lot of people are looking at this epidemic as a bad thing. But if you are a person of positivity, you will look at this as an opportunity to rebuild football, opportunity to restructure football, opportunity to guide youth players in the right direction. Now is the time that we should actually sit down and say, what is the next step for our youth players? For there's no league, there's no players. When this epidemic will pass, it will pass, let there be a strong foundation already planned so it can be grow from there. You know, the world is going into a new direction after this. The world will not be the same. So football will have to change. Coaches from different countries can now Zoom with players in other countries and coach them. This is an opportunity, like I said, for football to grow globally as it is, but more in detail. So using technology in football is positive, and it will help it grow, and it will touch more players and give them access to coaches like ourselves to actually be coached to greatness. But it will lack in a negative way the one-on-one personal connection with the player. You must understand, football, it's not only just screaming from a sideline as a coach. It's also about having that personal relationship with players. And that's one thing which technology will not be able to give us.
What's the next step?
For me as a coach, I really am still missing the game very much every day since I got back from the Philippines. And it's been almost a year. For me, I want to get back into the game, but I want to get back into the youth game as much as possible, develop players, plant dreams in them, and water it, and make sure they still love the game every day, and coaching, on a level where I'm seen as one of the best youth coaches, not only in South Africa, but across the world. And that's what I really want to achieve in my next mission as a coach.
Thank you, Coach Lee. It's so good to have you today in the program.
Thank you, pleasure, Coach Lerche. It was wonderful to be on your podcast, and I really enjoy it. I've been following it for the last 3 years since I met you on the field, and I have ever since read your articles, which was very, very nice, and I have to compliment on you entertaining us and informing us about football. So I really, really glad I took this opportunity to be on your broadcast.
Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Coach Lee. Thank you.